All right, I'm going to shift gears here. Thanks for letting me know. Appreciate that. Um, so here we go. Let's see. Okay, it's Tuesday, Attention Training Tuesday. So here's what I've got cooked up for us today. This guy here, Viktor Frankl, psychologist, Austrian-born, probably best known for a book that he wrote that was published in 1946 called Man's Search for Meaning, and was the result of his experience in concentration camps. So he's both a neurologist and a psychologist, and just had a very interesting sort of philosophical view on that, the insanity of that experience. And anyway, this is a quote that is often used, and I like the idea of, I think this will make sense in the attention training realm here. So between stimulus and response, there's a space, and in that space is our power to choose our response. And in our response lies our growth and our freedom. And so I think what he's getting at here is this difference between responding and reacting. Now, most of the time we're going through life and we're reacting. That's how our organism yeah, that's how it works. So walk up a flight of stairs, the body reacts, our respiratory rate increases, our heart starts beating faster, all kinds of things happen. In other words, we're reacting to the stimulus of walking up the stairs. And of course, the same happens in the emotional and psychological realm as well. And in that realm, the key ingredient I've found is attention. So something happens, someone says something or does something, and my organism reacts. I get sweaty palms, my heart rate goes up, I notice certain thoughts or ideas bouncing around my brain, and maybe I feel angry or hurt or whatever it might be. So that's the organism reacting to this trigger or this stimulus. And that's fine. Except sometimes that can really hijack us. And so the idea here is to say, well, wherever our attention goes is what becomes our reality. So if we're simply reacting all the time, we're very much at the whim of all of these external experiences. And so the idea is to say, well, what's the secret ingredient to being able to respond with choice? In other words, to create that space between stimulus and response. And attention is really the key ingredient here. So learning how to become aware of what our reaction is, and then focusing our attention where we want it to go. In other words, what we want our response to be to whatever's happening. That's all the result of being able to focus our attention away from the reactivity and towards a responsive behavior of our choice. So I thought, using that as a theme, let's explore let's flex our attention muscles for a few minutes today and see where that takes us. So start by closing your eyes. And right from the get-go, let's bring our attention inward. Just notice what's the body experiencing in this moment right now. So notice the body breathing. Maybe you can feel the heart beating. Palms of my hands are touching, so I can actually feel temperature and sort of sensations in my fingers and the palms of my hands. There's nothing either positive or negative about this experience. It just is. The body knows. It's adapting and adjusting all day long. And so when we flex our attentional muscle, all we're doing is becoming aware of what's happening in this moment. And then the magical piece that we can insert into this experience is then choosing where we want attention to be. So focusing on, again, sensations in your torso, so breath, heart beating, And then choose to focus your attention on the eyes, the eye sockets, the eyeballs, and then just noticing what you find there, the movements and shapes and colors. And you'll probably notice that the mind has a hard time maintaining attention in one place. It constantly wants to sort of flit off left or right or into other experiences. So see if for right now you can just maintain attention on the experience of having eyeballs and just notice what you find there. And then let's choose to shift this attentional gaze back to our hands. So noticing fingers, thumbs, palms of the hands. In some ways, this is the first step is simply being able to direct our attentional gaze where we want it to be. And once we're able to do that, we now have choice as to what we want to do with the information that we find there. To illustrate this point, so bring to mind an experience that you had recently where something or someone upset you. Maybe you were driving your car and someone cut you off, or someone used a tone that you found was rude or obnoxious. First, start with just noticing the reactivity in the body to that situation. And then notice what the mind's reactivity to that situation was. In other words, what are the stories, the explanatory style? Like what does all of this mean? And then notice any compulsive reactivity to that situation. So the knee jerking that the mind and body want to do in reaction to this situation. And then see if you can take hold of the attentional gaze and choose where you want the attention to go. So create some space between the reactivity and then the sense of agency or choice. So now what? And this kind of redirection of attention is a really creative process because it allows for new ideas, new opportunities, and it's a very empowering move to be able to say, okay, this is what happened. This is my knee-jerk reaction to it, and see it. And so now I'm going to redirect my attention to where I want my experience to go, how I want to respond. And this is the space that Viktor Frankl was talking about, the space between reaction or stimulus, our response, our freedom to choose what we want to have happen next. And we can practice this like we're doing right now with memories of situations that we found uh, sort of uncomfortable or unsatisfying. But then, of course, the same holds true as we go through the rest of our day. If we can maintain this connection to the sense of agency about where our attention goes, we can actually spend the rest of our day choosing how we want to respond to what life throws at us. Just notice where in the body that sense of agency lives. Where do you feel it? And this, of course, can completely change the trajectory of our life and any circumstance that we're in. And it really just has to do with an awareness that wherever our attention goes is what happens, is what will manifest in our life, and we have some choice in the matter. And take a deep breath in through the nose, long, slow exhale through the mouth, relaxing the hands, the belly, the shoulders, the neck. Now hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another deep inhale through the nose, slow exhale through the mouth. Again, just letting go of any tension in the body. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and open your eyes. Come on back to the session. Yeah, I hope that's a quick little reminder of you're the boss. You get to choose. The hard part is remembering in the moment when we're triggered that that we have the power to respond rather than react. So hope that was a good reminder. Take care, everyone. See you tomorrow, hopefully.